Good morning. That's something we often like saying to people in the morning and enjoy hearing. Are you a morning person? I don't think anybody would particularly confuse me with being a morning person, and yet I do like some things about the morning for sure. In the morning, you have a routine that might include eating breakfast or not, might include drinking some coffee or not. It might include doing a workout. It might include doing some reading. Maybe it even includes getting the kids up at a certain time or getting to work at a certain time. Whatever your morning routine is, hopefully there are some things you look forward to with it and enjoy with it, because the morning often is a cherished time of day because it is the start of the day, and that day hopefully holds some promise. You can think about in the morning what you can get done that particular day and hope that it's going to be productive, hope that something's going to go well, hope that you're going to be able to check some things off your list of what you want to do. Occasionally, it's going to be a rough morning and a difficult morning and a difficult task that day, but then at least you can look forward to that hopefully not lasting forever and ever, and you can just make it through life one day at a time. What could you do in the morning to always help you the most? Right now we are in our church doing a sermon series called A God-Lived Life. That is, that we are living for God and not for self. And as you are wanting to live your life for God, maybe there's a new morning routine that would be helpful. Here are some Bible verses that could point you in a good direction. From Psalm 143, which is a psalm written by King David, who we just went through his life in a lot of our recent devotions, and you certainly heard enough about that to know he had a lot of ups and downs. Yet this is what he wrote at one point in time in his life about what he enjoyed about the morning. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Rescue me from my enemies, Lord, for I hide myself in you. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. One thing about the morning that can be a wonderful gift is if we read a little bit in the Bible and then pick out a favorite verse. We can think about all over again the good things that God has done for us. That this is already finished. He has already lived on earth perfectly. He has already died on a cross innocently. He has already risen from the dead and gone up into heaven. He is currently on this day, this morning, sitting on his throne, where he's ruling all things for the benefit and blessing of his people. Our God has a passion to cherish us as much as possible and to help us hold out the word of life to others as much as possible. We can trust him, and that's brand new every day, that his mercy is with us. I really like that last verse there where it talks about, teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground. When we listen to God's word, we have something to hold fast to, and it's going to lead us on level ground. Not just downhill into a terrible pit where there's hopelessness ahead. And also not uphill, difficult climb where there's sweat and difficulty ahead. Sure, there might be some challenging situations and difficult things that come up, certainly in life all the time. And yet his Spirit will lead us on level ground. That we can see a way to take one step at a time by God's grace while we hide ourselves in him. While we keep thinking about and engaging with his word. That he loves us. That he's powerful. That he is wise. That he will never abandon us or leave us or forsake us. That he gives us everything, absolutely everything we need to make it through this life each and every day. That he gives us in his word everything that we need to handle anything that comes up. Have you been baptized? That never changes even though life changes. The promises God gave you in baptism, that you are his child. You have that honorable status that is always yours. His forgiveness washes away all the guilt. You are declared innocent, not guilty of sin in his eyes. Jesus Christ assures you that nothing will separate you from his love and that you are more than a conqueror through him just because he loves you and wants it to be that way. So whether you engage with the word in the morning or not, and of course, even if you want to engage with the word every single morning but sometimes don't, maybe make up your mind to do that a little more often than you used to. Think of a verse in the morning that you can keep going back to all day long and constantly be remembering who God is, what he has done for you, why he's leading you on level ground today, why you can hide yourself in his promises.